I like kind of just working all hours on something, being elbow to elbow with people that just, have nothing going for them other than just like a lot of chutzpah.
Right.
And that's just a really, really cool, pretty badass kind of environment for me.
How did SPAC King build his fortune? What were his goals, and how was he able to move forward through all the obstacles that he faced? Hey folks, welcome back to Chamath Palihapitiya's Zone. Before we move on to the video, don't forget to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure that the post notifications are turned on so that you never miss a video from us. Without further ado, let's dive in. Chamath Palihapitiya, tech millionaire, co-owner of the Golden State Warriors, and all-around meme lord, has a surefire 100% can't-miss investment for you that will absolutely, positively pay off for him. He's 45, aggressive, and forthright, and he appears to be the type of guy who, if he weren't the one behind the present stock market euphoria, would enjoy exposing it. Palihapitiya claims that classic value investors who believe that some stocks are highly expensive are idiots. According to him, markets are almost certain to rise as long as the Federal Reserve keeps printing money and private investors who buy popular stocks beat Wall Street. His point of view may be questionable, but it's certainly entertaining. Palihapitiya remarked on his podcast All In, where he and his colleagues discuss technology, politics, and investing strategies, that these motherfuckers should go to jail. Palihapitiya's stature and charisma make it common for social media influencers of his stature and charm to monetize their following by endorsing a saleable product, such as a detox tea or a line of home goods. Palihapitiya has a SPAC, or Special Purpose Acquisition Firm, which was responsible for the CLOVER investment. When he advocated for the jailing of Robinhood's executives, he urged that his supporters withdraw their funds and invest them in a competitor, Social Finance Inc., or SoFi, which is combined with another of his SPACs. A SPAC, or SPAC, is similar to a stack of money with a ticker sign. An investor receives one share of publicly traded stock in exchange for a $10 investment. The SPAC sponsor then utilizes the hoard to combine with another firm, such as CLOVER, bypassing the IPO procedure and thereby turning a private company into a public one. Aside from its speed, the construction has two further advantages. First, as a kind of remuneration, the sponsors get to keep 20% of the stock. Second, unlike the traditional IPO, even a losing firm can make big promises about how much money it will make. With SPACs, almost all the amount of boasting is acceptable. SPACs grew in popularity in 2020 when Palihapitiya's first blank check business, IPOA, saw its stock price triple 4 months after merging with Virgin Galactic, a Richard Branson-founded venture that intends to blast visitors into space. Palihapitiya now launched 5 other SPACs, including IPOB, IPOC, IPOD, and others, totaling over $4 billion in funding. He claims he'll do 26 deals in total, one for each letter of the alphabet. Almost every affluent, underemployed man with the name has started or is raising an SPAC in the hopes of finding a company to buy and make a large profit. Since the beginning of the last year, over 600 SPACs have raised more than $186 billion. Investors trade remunerations about which electric truck or flying taxi startup the SPAC could buy, and some companies double or triple in price even before declaring any intentions. Palihapitiya's ego appears to have grown in lockstep with the demand for the hot new investment structure. According to public documents, he purchased a $75 million Bombardier Global 7500, the world's longest-range business jet, in November. He tweeted on December 30th, 2020, "When BTC gets to $150,000, I will buy the Hamptons and convert it to sleepaway camps for kids, working farms, and low-cost housing." He hinted at a run for governor of California in January and began supporting a recall effort against current governor Gavin Newsom. Palihapitiya has developed this image further in the years since, even as he's become a consummate insider, presenting himself as a boisterous outsider, unafraid to express harsh realities. His outbursts have a pattern to them. Some groups of people, usually ones he'd recently belonged to, is truly a despicable collection of hypocrites. Facebook Inc. has been one of the targets throughout the years.
Again, this platform I want to use as a way to drive change in areas that I think are fundamentally broken. And money is my tool for change. So money is a necessary evil. So when I think about doing things, I have to think about it from a broad investing mindset of, can I generate returns? Because if I do, I can take this money and do something really awesome with it. I can fund Alzheimer's research, I can do something over here in education, whatever.
Palihapitiya's journey starts in what seems like a 2-bedroom flat above a laundromat in Ottawa, and he's told it many times The family was granted refuge status in Canada after immigrating from Sri Lanka. His parents relied on government aid and his father battled alcoholism. He worked at Burger King in high school and conducted a cash-only blackjack game in the cafeteria. He continues to host high-stakes poker games, and he's a poker pro. Palihapitiya usually wins, according to Phil Hellmuth. After Facebook, his next step was to launch his own venture capital firm, Social Capital, with the relationships he's made at Facebook and as an angel investor. Palihapitiya believes his venture fund would revolutionize the world, improving healthcare and education and upsetting the investment process by using data instead of gut emotions to identify firms, as he would later do with SPACs. In an interview with Bloomberg Businessweek, he referred to it as active capitalism. In an interview with Bloomberg Businessweek at the time, he termed it activist capitalism. He said he handpicked investors who shared his objective. Among them were Mark Zuckerberg and Peter Thiel, a member of the Facebook board of directors. And its best bets weren't even very socially conscious. Palihapitiya and his associates were early backers of Slack Technologies, and he claimed to have invested in Bitcoin in 2012, up at least 500% since then, Amazon.com in 2014, 10 times, and Tesla in 2015, 15 times. According to his year-end 2019 investor letter, his funds have generated annual returns that are double that of the S&P 500 before costs. This is a reply to those who depict Palihapitiya as a braggart. He may talk a lot, but he can back it up with numbers. Palihapitiya appeared to lose interest in the day-to-day business of running a venture capital firm as he grew wealthier. He declared in September 2018 that he would no longer seek outsider funding. Later, he linked his decision to Michael Jordan's decision to give up basketball in order to try baseball. Whatever the reason, Palihapitiya had more time to work on SPACs once his firm was cut to a considerably smaller size. In 2017, he said he intended to buy a tech business and raised $690 million for his first one. With a deadline coming to find a buyer or return the money, he opted to merge it with Branson's Virgin Galactic in 2019. Some investors were hesitant and the stock was volatile, but when Palihapitiya raised more than $1 billion for 2 more SPACs in April 2020, it was up more than 50%. SPACs are seen as low risk by huge hedge funds since investors can redeem their shares for the $10 they paid if they don't like the deal that's disclosed, and they're given lucrative stock options to keep in any case. One of the SPACs combined with an online real estate firm in September. CLOVER, like Virgin Galactic, was not a startup. It had been heralded as the next great thing in healthcare from its inception in 2012. An insurer that would utilize cutting-edge technology to save costs and improve treatment. According to a former partner, Social Capital invested $500,000 in CLOVER in 2015, but has since passed on investing due to the company's performance. Hedge funds that invested in the SPAC that merged with CLOVER gained money, according to regulatory records, with the majority selling and pocketing a rapid profit around the time the deal was announced. Palihapitiya and his associates were even more successful. Their $171 million investment has practically doubled to $320 million after they handed themselves 20.7 million shares for getting the deal together. Palihapitiya said he owned $10 billion to $15 billion fortune a week after the Hindenburg report, quadruple what he told another investor 10 months ago, and compared himself to Warren Buffett. With this, we've come to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for more content just like this one and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to smash that like button and also press the bell icon so that you get notified about new videos. Till next time, fellas.